It's odd that men feel that way. I've found talk of Bigfoot intrigues most people, but some laugh, it's true. Some others I have talked with who are still active Army Rangers have confirmed this report. They also don't want their names released because of what may happen to them. Just mention Fort Lewis, and it generally brings up a Bigfoot bull session. One fellow from California, a ranger, did see a large Sasquatch by Cat Lake. He said the size of the thing scared a lot of them. That encounter was at night. The creature came right up to their camp area within 50 yards. They spotted it in Night Scope New Gen Model 3S. After that, his squad picked up and moved by request of the CO on duty at the time. The creature was described as 8 feet tall, black hair on body from head to feet and arms. It made a grunting sound, almost like a pig, but deeper and longer. The CO was at Fort Lewis from 1982 to 2001. He was sent to a base overseas after 9/11 took place, and we lost touch. In other correspondence from Fred Bradshaw, there were many rumors of Sasquatch sightings in the area of Fort Lewis, but generally it's kept quiet because the U.S. Army doesn't want people running all over the base while maneuvers are underway. I respect that, but I'm not sure it's the real reason nobody on base talks about it on the record. I live nearby in the city of Roy and have worked the areas of that forest close to the perimeter of the base itself. It's a huge, almost indescribable forested area. I often meet base personnel and have been asked to join them on outings after training. I once received permission from the CO to look for tracks along with an Army Ranger sergeant. The sergeant saw one of the Bigfoots on base too. Right now, it's closed to the public. It doesn't matter to me what opinions people had of Bradshaw. I had hours of conversation with him. Nobody knew the woods around Fort Lewis Army Base like him. Most of his critics never saw a Sasquatch, much less set foot on the base itself. Bradshaw was seriously one of the good guys, retired law enforcement. I thoroughly enjoyed his contributions to the subject. I think Bradshaw was a man before his time. That is, what he knew fell on the ears of researchers ensconced in the deep ape theorem. These people were unable to accept all Bradshaw knew. Shame. Today, ape theorists are trying to figure out how to scrape the egg off their collective faces. DNA, presumptive for Sasquatch, has done much to eliminate apes. As Dr. Melba Ketchum stated, her loudest detractors have been ape theorists. At one time, George Karras was well known in the Sasquatch community. George hosted Sasquatch Northwest, one of the first Bigfoot-related message boards. He did a fine job. Karras recorded Bradshaw saying about the Sasquatch, "They have been known to roll in the blood of the animals they've killed and to spread their own feces on themselves to keep the unknown away." I'm not sure where he would have heard that, but I was reminded of the remark in 2010 when J.C. Johnson brought to light a story about a Sasquatch that trapped a skunk in an irrigation pipe in San Juan County, New Mexico. The skunk's remains were found later. The tiny scent gland was missing. The inference was that the Sasquatch used the skunk scent to deter predators, and probably us. If the supposition is true, it is indeed an interesting concept. That Bradshaw said a Sasquatch rolled in disgusting substances doesn't seem all that big a stretch. I often quote Bradshaw. He was colorful, knowledgeable, and one of the most generous men in research. A retired sheriff's department officer, Fred told me his father was a security guard at Green Mountain, Washington. He confirmed the story that military helicopters brought large numbers of animals in cargo nets under helicopters out of the Mount St. Helens eruption aftermath to include dead Sasquatch bodies.